Hello again, hope you are well. So today on this video, I just want to cover some supplements that can help to also kick you into gear and get you going on this. They are not the end-all solution. It's like an antidepressant. They work for a period. They help get you going. But ultimately, they're not going to give you the confidence and the satisfaction and the well-being in the long term. So they can really work for someone on a short period to help get them going and help them feel good. But as a plan, as a long-term plan, they're just not. That's not what you need to do. So basically, these are safe alternatives that are not. They don't work in the same. They don't have the same toxicity as the commercial antidepressants that are available, but these really have a great ability to help get us into gear. So I'm just going to cover 7 or 8 amino acids, and then you can go from there. Not all of them are going to work for everyone. You're going to notice with one it might really work for you, and with another it might not work at all. And this is really dependent on each person. It's kind of a hit or miss thing. You have to just do trial and error, but they do really work. They're kind of subtle forms of therapy, and they're really great for just getting us to giving us that extra edge so that we can move on and do some of the things that we know are really going to be helpful. Some of the strategies that I'm going to talk about a little bit later. So first off, before I go into this, amino acids, they basically need B vitamins in the body to work properly. B vitamins are used for metabolism, and a lot of people are depleted in B vitamins because B vitamins are mostly found in like green leafy vegetables, and not everyone gets a good dose of green leafy vegetables, and not on a consistent basis. So their vitamin B levels can be very low, and it's also destroyed by drinking and other pollutants and intoxicants. So getting a good healthy B vitamin complex is really a great thing for this. Try to get one that's like naturally sourced. What's this company? There's a good one from Garden of Life. Check out their B vitamins, and something similar to that is that it comes from a whole food. It's not just some synthetic pill from some massive corporation. So anyways, let's just jump into it quickly. So first off, I just want to cover GABA. GABA is an amino acid that has the ability to stabilize you. It helps you to not get too excited and not to help you get too low. So it can be really good for people who have both depression and anxiety. But the thing is that GABA doesn't cross the blood-brain barrier, so it doesn't necessarily have the ability to work inside the brain. And this has shown that for some people it actually really works. Not everyone is sure exactly. Some people think it has an effect on cortisol levels within the body, so it can naturally regulate our cortisol that we don't feel as stressed. But for some people it works really well, and some people it doesn't work at all. So it's one of those things that you're going to just have to try it. You're just going to have to see if it works for you. But it's really great for keeping you stable. It's great for people who are manic or people who are just like, kind of all over the board and really scattered. It helps us to stay focused. A precursor to GABA, which is that has the ability to cross the blood-brain barrier and it has a bunch of other benefits, is L-glutamine. And L-glutamine is really good for a lot of people, and I really think it has a good effect for everyone because it helps to heal the villi. It helps to heal the digestive tract. It helps you to absorb more minerals and vitamins from your food, which ultimately helps to protect your nerves and to help you build nerves properly, and it helps the cells to regulate themselves naturally. So if we don't have a good digestive system, it's hard for us to feel good because our body's not producing enough neurotransmitters, or it's not absorbing what we really need to feel good. So L-glutamine can heal our digestive tract, and it's really cheap. You can buy like a kilogram tub for like $35, and you take like 2 grams a day, and that's like 500 doses, and that's for $35 is nothing. And it's really good for everyone. So that one really works well too. That's a precursor to GABA, so it has the same effect, but a little bit of a lesser degree, but has all these other benefits that are really important. So that's something that I recommend to a lot of people. L-tyrosine. Tyrosine has the ability to increase the production of dopamine and norepinephrine. So dopamine and norepinephrine can excite us a little bit. It can help, or it can cause us to feel a little bit more anxious, but the thing is that helps us to make decisions. It helps us to move forward and not to feel so stuck. Sometimes people have a difficult time getting out the door and going to work or getting their stuff ready because they're just so anxious or so depressed. And L-tyrosine can help us move forward. So even though it can cause anxiety, I've seen it work for people who have anxiety because it helps them to just get on with their day and not be so caught up and worried and stuck. So it can help us to make decisions. It's really important for learning. Another one is L-taurine. Taurine's really great. It helps to regulate the cell, helps us to naturally take in the minerals that make us feel calm, and it also prolongs and increases the half-life of GABA and L-glutamine and stuff like that. So it helps, instead of GABA working for 4 hours, it could work for 6 hours or maybe even longer. So it's a really good complement to GABA and L-taurine, to L-glutamine. Another one I wanted to cover quickly is 5-HTP. 5-HTP is used by a lot of people, but it's not cautioned enough. 5-HTP is great for people who are really depressed. If you have bouts of depression, it's a really good thing to have 5-HTP on hand because it can really help you to get going and get you feeling good again, because it's a precursor to serotonin, so it's that feel-good feeling. But over periods of time, if you take it for longer than a week or two, it starts to have an inflammatory response on the cell. So that starts to cause damage, and it starts to cause more stress inside the cell, and over the long term it actually causes more harm than good. So it's one of those things, you use it cautiously, use it for periods. Don't use it all the time. It's not a tonic. You can't use it every single day. Moving on, L-theanine. L-theanine is the amino acid that's found in green tea. It's kind of mild, but it's pretty cheap, and it's just a nice complement to take periodically. It increases GABA production and can help to regulate and balance our moods and help us feel a little bit better. So it's a great one. Next, I just want to go into some ones that are actually really potent. Some of the most potent amino acids that people have found to work really well. First one is phenibut. Phenibut has been claimed by a lot of people all over the web to be the most potent anxiolytic available, so anti-anxiety medication. It's not a medication, it is a supplement, but it's super potent. So you don't use it every single day, but it's really great for if you have something coming up and it's really stressing you out. It's so potent, and it lasts a long time. I've seen people, and I've talked to people who use it, and they take it at 12 o'clock in the middle of the day, and they feel good until the next middle of the day. It has a pretty long half-life in the body, which goes to show not very easy for you to digest. So you don't want to be taking it all the time. You build up a tolerance to it pretty quickly, but it's been considered to be the most potent form of anti-anxiety medication. It also helps people for depression because it increases our GABA. And then another one, which is picamilin, which is a compound of niacin with GABA, and that has the ability to cross the blood-brain barrier. And then once it's past the blood-brain barrier, it gets hydrolyzed and broken up, and the GABA becomes available inside the brain. So that means that it really works at calming you down, keeping you focused, keeping you clear, and not letting you get overexcited or get too underexcited. So it's been raved about, and it's probably considered, from what I've been able to find, the second most powerful anxiolytic and antidepressant available as a natural source. It is a synthetic compound, but it's pretty safe. There's been a lot of studies done in Russia where it was initially found, and also in Japan, and it's decently safe. So check those out because those are really great. And then, we're going to go deeper into some more herbs and some other supplements that you can take. I know I'm moving really quickly, but I have to because there's just a lot of information to cover. These amino acids are basically just to get you going. You can have them around, periodically throughout your journey so that you feel good, but ultimately we're aiming for a whole foods diet, a well-rounded approach to mental health and physical health so that we just overall we feel good. So these are just another way to get you going, get you in gear, help boost your mood, and help you to feel well. And then we're going to go into some herbs which are very much long-lasting in their effects. They're tonics. They work for a long period of time, and they work over time, and they have a gradual increase in their effectiveness. And then a whole foods diet, which is ultimately the key as well. So thank you so much for coming and joining me again. Stay tuned for the next video where we're going to cover even more.